Hi guys, and welcome to my channel where I talk about all things Harry Potter related. In today's video, I'm going to share what I think the top 10 craziest Harry Potter fan theories are. Let's get started. It's pretty hard to find someone who hasn't at least heard of the Harry Potter series. Just about everyone has read the books or seen the movies. Given the number of devoted Harry Potter fans, it just makes sense that there are some pretty interesting theories out there, with new ones always coming out. J.K. Rowling even occasionally comments on Harry Potter fan theories on her personal Twitter account. Number 10. The Dursleys are so mad all the time because Harry is a Horcrux. We all know the Dursleys were absolutely nasty to Harry Potter throughout the series. This Harry Potter fan theory suggests that there might have been a reason behind why the Dursleys were always so mean. Could the Dursleys have been so mad because they were living with a Horcrux? Horcruxes are objects holding a piece of Voldemort's soul, which technically includes Harry. We all know that Horcruxes give off negative energy and have horrible effects on the people around them, such as the effect the Lockhart had on the trio in the Deathly Hallows. Perhaps the Dursleys were so awful because they were under the constant influence of part of Voldemort's soul that was living in Harry. Number 9. Harry and Hermione are actually brother and sister. There's a Harry Potter fan theory out there that speculates that James and Lily Potter actually had two children, a boy and a girl, Harry and Hermione. In order to protect the girl from Voldemort, she was given to the Granger family. The evidence? Harry and Hermione had a special relationship, which could almost be described as being between brother and sister. For example, sometimes they would finish each other's sentences, like Fred and George did. But in spite of their closeness, there was never a romantic relationship between the two. Number 8. There was a war between Muggles and Wizards, and the Muggles won. This fan theory would explain why wizards have to hide magic from the Muggle world. So much that it's even one of the main rules in the wizarding world. Wizards clearly have superior capabilities to Muggles, so why is it so incredibly important for wizards that their world stays secret? Some fans have even suggested that this is a result of a war fought between Muggles and Wizards at some point during the Middle Ages, where the Muggles were somehow able to win. This would explain why there are references in the series to the Minister of Magic having to either alert or inform his Muggle counterpart of what's going on in the wizarding world. It's almost like he had to report to someone. This theory is also fueled by the fact that wizards from the Middle Ages, such as Merlin, or the Peverills, or the founders of Hogwarts, seem to have been more powerful than modern wizards. Even Dumbledore. The defeat of the wizards during the Middle Ages could have resulted in some lost magical knowledge. This theory also speculates that Avada Kedavra sounds surprisingly close to the Muggle world abracadabra, suggesting that abracadabra was one of those things left after the war that got into the Muggle lexicon. Perhaps keeping the wizarding world secret was one of the conditions implemented by the Muggles on the wizards after the war. Number 7. Ginny used the love potion on Harry Potter. Ginny Weasley had a crush on Harry Potter since the very beginning. On the other hand, Harry didn't really seem to notice Ginny that way, until the Half-Blood Prince, when Harry suddenly seems to fall in love with Ginny. One Harry Potter fan theory suggests that this romance came on so suddenly because Ginny created a love potion and used it on Harry. It's also worth noting that Fred and George Weasley actually sold love potions in their shop, making it quite easy for her to get one. Number 6. Neville wasn't a bad wizard. He just had the wrong wand. Neville's parents were two very accomplished wizards. It seems strange that Neville showed very little magical ability at Hogwarts. Neville was known for constantly botching and misfiring spells. This fan theory suggests that Neville was actually a good wizard, but he had the wrong wand. Neville chose to use his father's wand. Perhaps this wand was not the right wand for Neville. When Neville's wand was broken during the Battle of the Department of Mysteries, he got a new one from Ollivanders. This time he had a wand that chose him. At this point in the series, he seemingly becomes a better wizard. Number 5. Newt's commander gave Aragon to Hagrid. We know that Hagrid was expelled because of Aragon, but who gave Hagrid the egg that held the spider? In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Aragon explains how he came to be with Hagrid, saying that he came to Hagrid from a distant land in the pocket of a traveler. There's a Harry Potter fan theory that suggests that Newt Scamander might have been that traveler. We know that Newt Scamander ended up at Hogwarts after his travels around the world, studying, collecting, and protecting fantastic beasts. So it's entirely possible that a younger Hagrid met Newt Scamander, who seeing himself reflected in Hagrid and gave him the egg containing Aragon as a gift. Number 4. Dumbledore hired Gilderoy Lockhart for a laugh and in order to expose him. This Harry Potter fan theory suggests that Dumbledore knew that Lockhart was a fraud because, well, Dumbledore knows everything. So instead of exposing Lockhart publicly, Dumbledore hired him at Hogwarts so that Lockhart would expose himself when he failed at teaching. We definitely know that Professor Dumbledore has a sense of humor, so it does make sense. Number 3. Triwizard Tournament participants are signed up using the Unbreakable Vow. One of the questions surrounding the Goblet of Fire is why Harry couldn't simply quit the Triwizard Tournament if it was so dangerous. Now, it was stated that all participants in the Triwizard Tournament were under a binding magical contract, but it was never explained what the consequences were of breaking that contract. It has to be worse than facing a dragon, though. One Harry Potter fan theory suggests that a possible explanation is that putting your name into the Goblet of Fire meant you were making an unbreakable vow with a promise that you would take part of the tournament to the best of your ability. It's interesting to note that fire was involved with the goblet and also in the making of the unbreakable vow, in the form of a thin stream of fire weaves going around the hands of those making the vow. This would certainly explain why Harry couldn't just quit or be withdrawn from the Triwizard Tournament. Number 2. Dementors are more attracted to Harry Potter because he's carrying an extra soul. While we can understand that Harry has had a hard life, he also has part of Voldemort's soul inside of him, and Voldemort has also had a very hard life too. So it's not just that the Dementors are drawn to Harry because of the horrors in his past, but also because of the horrors in Voldemort's past. The Dementors are essentially getting 2 for the price of 1. It makes sense if you think about it. Number 1. Rita Skeeter is actually J.K. Rowling. This is my favorite Harry Potter fan theory that I've come across. According to the theory, Rita Skeeter is actually J.K. Rowling, who wrote the entire series as an attempt to expose the wizarding world to the Muggles. I, for one, think it's entirely possible. So that's my list. I'd love to hear how you guys rank them, or if you guys have come across any Harry Potter fan theories that you'd like to share. Do let me know in the comments. As always, feel free to let me know if there are any specific topics you would like me to cover in an upcoming video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one, where I'm going to take an in-depth look at what Voldemort's timeline looked like leading up to the events of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.